people last year when he crashed his police cruiser into another car. The victim's family says Beard is going to be in court today to decide if he'll face a trial by jury or if he'll agree to a plea. Police say Beard was on duty driving a marked police car at the time of the crash, speeding, but his emergency lights were not on. He also faces 3 counts of aggravated assault.
Also in court this morning, the mother who police say went after 3 teens and stabbed 2 of them. They were on the way home from school, and they're said to have been fighting with the woman's daughter at the time. Fox 13 Scott Mattis has the rest of the story.
Good morning. Reporting at 201 Poplar, a bizarre story any way you look at it, but it's one that happened yesterday afternoon. This according to Memphis Police and Shelby County Sheriff deputies. The woman in question, Valerie Potts, allegedly was driving down the street when she saw her daughter getting in some sort of fight, some sort of altercation with 3 other people. Now, I can tell you that according to Memphis Police, that's when things turned terribly wrong. Allegedly, Potts got out of her vehicle with some sort of a kitchen knife and actually stabbed one victim in the back and sliced another just above the eye. The one who was sliced above the eye was treated and released there at the scene. The victim that was stabbed in the back was taken to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, as we understand. Now, here's where this story turns yet again. Memphis Police and Shelby County Sheriff deputies working together, even though this was technically off of school property, arrested Potts and found that knife inside of her home. Of course, she was taken to Jail East, where she still remains on an $80,000 bond. Valerie Potts will go before a judge to face those 2 counts of aggravated assault charges this morning. Stay with Fox 13 News and myfoxmemphis.com for the very latest in this still developing case. For now, reporting at 201, Scott Mattis, Good Morning Memphis.
All right, Scott, and new on Fox this morning, a man robbed at gunpoint near the University of Memphis. This crime stuff is getting out of control. Well, I guess it's been out of control, but images of the dude and his vehicle caught on camera after he used the victim's credit card at a local business. Police say the victim was walking near Minders in Bristol early on the morning of August 14th, and that's when this dude with the gun approached him from behind, told him to lie down, and took his wallet. The lowlife is described, the vehicle anyway that he was driving, a 2-door gray or silver 01 Chevy Cavalier, has some damage to the driver's side rear bottom panel. Both hubcaps missing from the driver's side. You can see the dude's face. Well, you can't really see. It's not clear. But maybe you recognize him anyway with his clothing and his body type and such. If you do, police want you to call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH.
Man, this is a tough story. Nearly 100 pets have died in a pet store fire in West Tennessee. Jackson, Tennessee, the PetSmart in Jackson went up in flames early Sunday morning. 40 birds, 53 other small animals died. They saved about 50 animals, though. Firefighters believe that was sparked by an electrical problem. All of the surviving pets have been moved to a temporary shelter. No word on, where they go from there or when that store will reopen.
All right. 9:05 and remembering Kayla. Today, the Memphis Child Advocacy Center is going to raise a flag in that 3-year-old girl's honor, Kayla. Fox 13's Brooke Thomas joining us now to explain. Good morning, Brooke.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, Kayla is the 3-year-old little girl. Police say she died while in her nurse's care. She was a little girl that needed 24-hour care from a nurse. And according to the TBI, her nurse, Demiqua Bonds, was criminally negligent to Kayla Andrews. She was on a ventilator. The Advocacy Center's flag is going to fly for 1 week in honor of that little girl. It's something that happens every time a child dies in Shelby County as a result of child abuse or neglect. And of course, it's definitely a memorial, but the people here also want it to kind of serve as a reminder. They want people to be aware and make sure to report any child abuse and try to help it stop. Andrews is the 6th child to be memorialized so far this year. Reporting live from the Memphis Child Advocacy Center, I'm Brooke Thomas for Good Morning Memphis.
So it wasn't a kidnapping, and she's safe today, but what really happened? You know, that city watch alert for 20-year-old Brittany Studway we told you about yesterday has been canceled. Police found her in Arkansas, Forest City. Initially, we were told that she was kidnapped at gunpoint from an apartment on Claybrook, but police say when she finally answered her cell phone, a woman answered saying she had not been kidnapped and did not need help. Studway was later located in Arkansas with the accused abductor, both brought back to Memphis for questioning, and this is an ongoing investigation, Ernie.
Iran has issued a stern warning to the U.S. against a possible military attack on Syria. A spokesman for Iran's foreign ministry says an attack would have, quote, dangerous consequences on the region. Syrian leaders are accusing Secretary of State John Kerry of lying. Kerry says there is undeniable evidence of a large-scale chemical weapons attack in Syria which killed hundreds of people. The state-run Syrian Arab news agency says Kerry made the claims despite the United Nations investigating the claims. Meanwhile, President Obama is expected to decide today about how exactly to respond to that situation there in Syria. Options would include strikes from the air or perhaps, and more likely, strikes from warships in the Mediterranean Sea. Syrian leaders also saying the country will defend itself using all available means in case the U.S. decides to strike. We made this the hot topic today. Should we intervene in Syria?
All right, here's what you're saying about it on the Facebook and Twitter. Chuck says, I think we should mind our own business unless they try to hurt the U.S. We can't save the world.
Alicia says, our men and women of the military signed up for this. It's what they are trained to do, protect the United States. We have Americans and Christians over there to protect as well.
Orlando says, as a U.S. Marine and nuclear, biological, chemical warfare specialist, trust me, you don't want to send one of your children into a chemical battle under any circumstance. The pain doesn't come from a hot projectile. It comes from breathing and burns them up from the inside out. Awful.
All right. Should we intervene? Here's how you responded. 8% of the people responding said yes, the U.S. should get involved. 92% said no, we should stay out of the civil war in Syria.
I'm not really surprised by the percentage there. I think a lot of folks feel enough is enough.
Yeah.
We've been in Afghanistan and Iraq, and yeah, enough is enough. All right, thank you for weighing in on that. All right, still to come. No smooth ride for Shelby County schools. Some parents say their kids still aren't getting to school and back without problems, so we'll talk about that.
And a local mother says she's got the next big invention.
Actually, it's a dad.
Okay.
Man.
But needs your help to make it legit. We're going to show that next. This is Good Morning Memphis on Fox 13.
More busing issues for parents of Shelby County students, and at least one mom says that her calls to the school Department of Transportation went unanswered. This after her son was dropped off miles away from his bus stop. Trey Paul's on this story and has more on. It's an ongoing situation, isn't it, Trey?
You know what it really is? And on Friday, a group of Kate Bond Middle School students were actually dropped off miles, they say, from their bus stop. Miles. Crystal Harris says her 11-year-old son was one of them. She says there was a fight on the bus and the driver dropped her son and several others off about 4 miles from their home. And Harris says she found her son about an hour and a half later.
I want to homeschool my child. I do not want to be worried about whether I will see my child make it home because the bus driver or the transportation system is so poorly organized and managed.
Crystal says she filed a formal complaint. She says it's been a month since school started and enough is enough. Now, if you're still having trouble with buses in your neck of the woods, you can call 901-321-2280. We'll give you that number again, 901-321-2280. Live in the studio this morning, Trey Paul. Good morning, Memphis.
All right, thank you, Trey. Hey, folks, good morning to Tuesday, and of course to that summertime heat seems to be awakening after maybe being dozing a little bit this summer. Let's check out that view from downtown Memphis, clear and blue and bright. No problems there. Everything looks good. The trouble is going to be in the temperature department over the next 3 to 5 days. Right now in Forest City, Arkansas, we're looking at around, 77 degrees. So we're closing in on 80 already. And the heat index is not a big problem, as you can see there, 79 in the OB. Here's the national map. And temperatures really starting to escalate across the midsection of the U.S., trending towards the East Coast. Those orange colors showing us 75 to 80 plus degrees. Now, closer into the metro, we've got clear skies, plenty of room for that sunshine to beam on down and warm us up. And that's what's happening. 78 in downtown Memphis. And that's pretty much the norm from Millington to Germantown to Collierville. So we're already in those upper 70s. A ridge of high pressure has been developing over the past day or so, and as it continues to strengthen today and then into tomorrow, we're going to see numbers continue to rise, and so far humidity has been held off. It's actually been a little weaker than average. That's going to start to change most likely Thursday into Friday, and then things will get a little bit more hazardous as that heat index skyrockets with the numbers. So today, not too bad, just a hot August day, 92 this afternoon. And that's going to max us out with a heat index right around 95 under mostly sunny skies. Tonight, the nighttime has also been a fairly decent event. 72 is a good overnight low for this time of the year, so that's good. Tomorrow, we start to crank up the numbers. 95 feels more like 98. And then that heat index probably gets a boost on Thursday. In fact, on Thursday, the heat index is expected to be 103. But look at the air temps. We're 97 to 98, somewhere in that vicinity, and sizzling all the way into Saturday, maybe even Sunday. Now, Saturday is August 31st, so we're ending the month really hot. Starting September, pretty warm, but we might cool off a little bit next week. All eyes are on a new front developing that could provide a little bit of a cool down, and hopeful that might be one of the last things we see of this kind of heat for the summer. So a late summer blast, definitely getting itself in the door before the door closes. All right, we'll talk more about that in just a few more minutes. Now, I am really interested to see this next guest. Valerie Calhoun is going to show off a new invention, and I'm looking forward to that. What's up, Val?
Yeah, it's a great story. He was watching Good Morning Memphis when he saw a story that could change his life forever. Walmart, you know, earlier we reported that they're looking for more American-made products. They're also looking for entrepreneurs. Albert Jones, he's a finalist in a competition by Walmart to get his invention on store shelves. Albert, good morning, and thanks for coming in. Okay, his invention are basically signs that you can custom design.
It's an alternative to bumper stickers.
To bumper stickers, and you can clip them on so you're not committed to a bumper sticker that will be there forever.
That's right. Basically, what the reason that I invented was lots of people would like to show their support for different activities, but most are really just not satisfied with the way, you know, that adhesive signs are put on. They're hard to get off, and lots of time they ruin your paint job.
Right, and look at this. You could, like if you're running for office or even a school office or something, you don't have to buy a zillion of them. You can just do one or two.
That's correct.
How does it work? You have one in your hand.
You're covering up my face. I'm not
oh, sorry, Joey. Didn't mean to cover up your face. Like, so you can do any size, right?
That's correct.
And then you've got one to show us. It's a good-looking one, though, too.
Oh, yes. This is of you, Valerie, which I did some of the crew. We watch Good Morning America Good Morning
Memphis, yeah.
every morning. And, you know, I just thought that since I first seen about to get on the shelf that, you know, it would be nice to come on the show, give you guys some gifts, and also promote myself.
All right, so what is on the back here? That's how it attaches, right?
Right, and what this basically is it's an adjustable clip-on, and this right here is a tab, which actually, is what fits in between your trunk or the tailgate or tab of your car. This would be in the back, and the sign would be on the front, on the outside. So basically, we've moved up from the bumper to the trunk area and to the tailgate area. But it'll be basically in the same place on the rear of the vehicle. Like I said, it's adjustable, and it's reusable.
Cool.
So in other words, you can take this off.
Right.
If you have any kind of imagination, you can make your own sign, and you can reuse the clip-on.
Now, this is part of the video that is on the link that we are putting on my Fox Memphis page, and it's on my page. What do you get if you win this Walmart thing?
Well, what I will get is a contract to provide to Walmart a conversion kit, and basically that's so you can take your own bumper stickers that you have. You know, there's lots of private schools here that have decals and bumper stickers, and but you know, $40,000-$50,000 car, you don't want to ruin the paint job.
Exactly.
So this right here is where you can actually This is plastic.
Customize it, yeah.
And I have a little one to show you. Basically, you would take the plastic here,
Right.
and you would take your bumper sign, and you take the adhesive off, put it on here. You would just cut it out,
Okay.
cut around it, and you
Then
would
you add
add this to the back of it, and you
darn.
have a sign. And like I said, it's totally reusable.
Yeah.
And you can put it on very quickly. You can put it on in the rain.
And it's waterproof and all
Right.
that. Hey, you could also put it on upside down and put it on your window, right? You could put
Well-
it on your side window.
No, well, it would blow off. It's
Oh,
made
would
for
it?
the,
Okay.
right. It's made for the rear of the vehicle. Is because
right.
there's no wind, and
Yeah.
there's no kind of drag on the back, and you can actually spray the sign. But I don't recommend that you take it through the car wash.
Okay, sounds good. How do you buy these now? Because we're going to give you the link on how to vote, but how do you buy them?
Right now, if we're going to be at the Coopertown Festival,
Okay.
September 14th, I will have a booth set up at the corner of Evelyn and Cooper. That's going to be at the Midtown Market.
Okay.
But if you
Cooper
don't
Young
want to wait
Fest.
until then I'm selling it at autotalk.bigcartel.com.
Big cartel.
Bigcartel.com.
I hear what you're saying.
And you can go through and you can order the conversion kit. I also have a make your own
Yeah.
bumper sticker kit. We sell the clip-ons because right now I'm pretty sure that there are some people that already know what they want to do with this.
Like
and,
this.
Yes, so you
What
can just buy
want.
the
My-
clip-on.
I love Fox Memphis.
And we also custom design signs. You can go to the linkage
Okay.
from Fox, and you can email me.
That sounds good. All right, we're out of time. We're going to give you the link on our Facebook page, and I've got it posted right now on Valerie Calhoun, Fox 13, Memphis Albert. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Go
Thank you very
Memphis,
much.
represent, baby.
Thank
you
you.
so much. We'll be right back after this.
All right, it is back to school time here in the Mid-South. Parents, here's your first lesson of the new school year. How to pack a lunch that'll keep the kids healthy and happy and not hungry. Carolyn Vaughn with La Bonheur Children's Hospital here to tell us how to make nutritious, budget-friendly meals. And the first thing, Carolyn, is how to make a smarter sandwich. What's a smarter sandwich?
Well, a smarter sandwich is really a sandwich that uses good, healthy ingredients and some variety so that kids are more likely to eat it.
Okay,
Yeah.
like
Well,
not
you know,
peanut butter and jelly?
Peanut butter and jelly is great.
I love
Peanut
that.
butter, you want to choose healthy peanut butter,
Yeah.
which would be natural peanut butter. The fat that's in there is a healthy kind of fat. So peanut butter is good, and you don't really have to be so concerned about the temperature with
Right.
peanut butter. But we have over here some low sodium turkey, which means turkey with less salt in
Right,
it.
yeah.
So this would be a good meat alternative. Also, fresh meat that was maybe prepared the night before. Fresh meat is low in salt,
Right.
as opposed to lunch meat, which is higher in salt.
Almost every time I get a sandwich, it's turkey. So is turkey a good meat?
It's one of several good meats.
Okay, but it
It's-
is a good one, right?
It is a good one. It's not the only one, and
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily have to be meat. And that's one reason why I have this hummus here. You can have a sandwich made out of hummus, and I have these tortillas. These are some,
I can't, but
someone
some people
could
can,
if
yeah.
you might like to do that. The whole
Right, I got
wheat tortillas are a good option.
Yeah.
So the bread you choose, 100% whole wheat, is best, but it doesn't have to just be bread. And this is kind of fun because the kids can help make it. They can wrap it up in there. And what I like to do is put some hummus in there and some spinach and maybe some carrots and some chopped onion and roll it up and cut it. And it's colorful on the inside.
Right.
And it gives an alternative to the typical turkey or peanut butter and jelly.
okay, I can see that. Now, I see in the notes you're saying that leftovers are a good choice for packing the kids' lunch.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, a lot of times the problem is lack of variety. Kids get sick of the same old, same old. And when you have leftovers, it kind of adds a little something interesting. Just the other day, we had some fun rice dish at home. My kids call it, the fun. And they took it for lunch the next day, and it smelled so good when she opened it up. And her friends were like, "What's that?" So it gives them something to talk about. And I have thermoses here that if you have leftovers and it's something like a casserole or what whatever, you want to put it in a thermos and it keeps it hot.
Yeah.
Put it in there hot. There's lots of different kinds of thermoses out there.
Now, I see the usual suspects talking about healthy. I guess these are what we would call snacks: strawberries, grapes,
Yes.
tomatoes.
Yes. One of the goals of the American Heart Association, as far as encouraging good nutrition, is to increase fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
We need a minimum of 5 fruits and vegetables a day, and it's really impossible to do that if you don't, at each meal, come up with some type of alternative or option for that. So, my kids eat these tomatoes like they're grapes. They pretty much look the same. So,
Yeah, I love those tiny tomatoes.
these tomatoes are good, and really color is important. If you add a lot of color to the lunch, it looks more attractive, and kids like it. Like I said, with the sandwiches, you can put spinach in there or make a spinach salad. And I like these. These are dried green beans, and so it's finger food. And my daughter was trying to find different ways to eat them that she might enjoy. She put a little hot mustard in her lunch and dipped it in there. So they're kind of involved in coming up with creative ways to eat it.
Let me ask you this last thing: when you're packing the lunch or making the lunch for the kids, are you letting them get involved, or you just let them play the Xbox in the back room?
Well, you want to get them involved because kids, when they're involved, they're more likely to eat it. Now, this is how most kids are involved. They go to the corner store and they buy this. This is the typical lunch that they get involved in, and that's not what we want.
Fries and a Red Bull.
And another thing that I've done, I put this little piece of candy in there. This is okay.
Is that okay? Yeah.
This is okay. And
My
it gets me
boss
used
has
to.
those. I eat about 10 of those. Is that?
Portion control is
Portion control,
important, and we do want to teach our kids moderation by putting it in there. But one thing that I've done, I want to point out, I put a little note in here, have a super lunch to go when they have soup. Doing things like this makes lunch much more enjoyable and pleasurable for them, and they're much more likely to eat what you give them.
Okay, well, Carolyn, thanks for stopping by. I'm all hungry now. I might have to dig into some of this. Good seeing you. We'll be right back. It's Good Morning Memphis on a Tuesday, 9:29 now.